Hi, and welcome to another quick webinar on everything Bitmoji. Today, we're going to talk about shopping for furniture and adding supplies to your virtual space, how to bling it out, how to decorate it, how to make it your own. And I'm really excited to be talking with you about that. My name is Lori Gracie. I am the Executive Director of TCEA, and I'm a huge Bitmoji fan. So the first thing we want to talk about is when you're actually looking for your Bitmoji and the different looks it can have, once you've already created it, there are a couple key things that you may not be aware of. So let's talk about how you can make sure you get exactly the Bitmoji you want. When you're using the Chrome extension in Bitmoji and you pull it up, you'll see that there's really three parts here. One is the search bar, okay? One is the Bitmojis that you have used recently. And then down below that are the Bitmojis that are currently very popular that other people have thought were fun, okay? Also on the very bottom, you'll see some different icons that have to do with other topics that are organized by category. There is the waving, there is the happy, there is a sad or angry one, there's a celebration. So just know that those are available too. What you type into the search when you're searching for a Bitmoji does make a difference. And there are some magic keywords, if you will, that will help you. So these are the keywords that you really want to think about using. Short, okay, obviously one word is what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a standard pose, okay, where you're seeing the different poses that you have available for your Bitmoji, you type in the word pose, okay? If you're looking to put a frame or a photo around your Bitmoji, you would type in frame or photo. If you type in circle, you're going to get your Bitmoji coming out of a circle like this, and it has lots of different colored circles available, okay? If you type the word hole, your Bitmoji appears to be peeping out of a black hole kind of thing. And so you can see lots of different choices in here, okay? And they add new Bitmojis every month, so keep that in mind. One thing you may not know, though, is if you don't find a Bitmoji that fits the word or the mood or the feeling or the action that you're looking for, there is a way around it, okay? Any word that you type in that search bar can appear above your Bitmoji or next to your Bitmoji. So you can see my example here in this little teddy bear example. I typed in any word in that search. And of course, it didn't find anything related to Bitmojis with any word. And so it put the words I typed in there on my Bitmoji and then gave me 3 or 4 different Bitmojis to pick from, okay? So this is great for if you want to look up like something like the name of your school, or you need a Benjamin Franklin and they don't have one. You can type Benjamin Franklin and then it will try and match that and put those words there, okay? I use it a lot in my presentations as a slide header between different parts of a presentation, where I would say, here are the resources, or, and next we're talking about, well, I would have that in my little search thing and come up with a Bitmoji pose. One other tip here when you're using the search is if you don't like the things that come up when you do your first search, you don't like any of the choices, delete your search, put the same search back in, and often it will give you completely different choices the next time around, okay? So that should help you find the Bitmoji exactly that you want. There is one more place you can look, and that is the Bitmoji Museum. Yes, there is actually a museum dedicated to Bitmojis. That's how popular these are. This is an individual who has kept track of all of the Bitmojis that have been released since 2017 when these started, okay? So you can go in there and see what the most recent ones are. You can see some old ones, some things you might want to use, some things you would not have thought of searching for. And you can find that at that link right there, Bitmoji Museum. And once you've got your Bitmoji and you're all ready to go, of course, you need a place to put him or her. So now let's talk about backgrounds, okay? Backgrounds are what everything else goes on top of, and so they do matter. So we have provided to you lots of different resources related to backgrounds. But let's talk about the first place you should check. Type in slides.new, which is going to give you a new Google Slides, slides.new, okay? It's going to give you a new presentation, okay? A blank presentation. You don't want to put a theme on it or anything that will really mess up your background. Take the first slide, change the layout to blank so that it's completely blank. And then you're going to go over here to the graphics icon, this little drop-down button and you're going to go to search the web. Okay. Yes, you can search inside Google Slides. I love that feature so you don't have to go out and come back. Okay. Once you've chosen search the web, then in the search bar for your background, you're going to type in empty room, transparent background. The transparent background part is important. Transparent because we obviously want anything that we're putting into our slide to be transparent, not to carry a background with it, which would interfere with your background. So empty room, because you don't already want furniture and stuff in it, probably you want to be able to put your own furniture, transparent background. And as soon as you type that in, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of suggestions, okay? You'll double click on one of those that you like and it'll automatically insert it into your slide and then you're good to go. But what if they don't have the room you want? What if you want other choices? Well, there are lots of places to get backgrounds for your Bitmojis. We've given you a whole list of these on the handout that's available to you in the TCEA membership booth here at the convention. I'm going to show you just a couple of them that I like. This is from on the handout. There's one for backgrounds 1, okay? And you can see it has some very, very plain, simple backgrounds. I like backgrounds that are like this. They're not very fancy, and I know they look kind of boring, but remember, you're going to bling it out with all of the accessories, furniture, everything else. So you really don't want your background to take over. I will say that it's harder to use a background like the one in the bottom because it has the side walls. And while it looks interesting, it's very hard to decorate on those side walls. So you basically narrow down the amount of space you have to decorate your virtual room. So I don't recommend things like that. Another great resource is this one, ly.tca.org/themed backgrounds, okay? There are tons of these already created. Slides 2 and 3 of this slide deck actually have a whole list of all of them available. And you can see what I've chosen here is a superheroes background, okay? Now, I will tell you what's interesting about these slides is they're already completely created, okay? So you can't decide, I don't like the Captain America pillow here, I want to take it off. Everything is already saved as one piece. So you're taking an already completed slide, and that would be your background and everything else. You do have the ability to add more stuff to it if you wanted. You could add your daily agenda or something here on the board. You could add some other graphics and things if you wanted to. But there are times when you may not have the time to create a whole new room with all the background and the decorations and everything else. And so these can come in really, really handy. They're also super cute, and I know your students, regardless of their age, would enjoy them. Also, when you're thinking about backgrounds, remember that where your Bitmoji lives doesn't have to be a room. It could be out in the open. They could be at Niagara Falls. They could be up in a hot air balloon. There could be lots of different places. So keep in mind that you're not just looking for rooms. You're looking for anywhere that your Bitmoji could be where you can convey information. So that should give you plenty of backgrounds to use with your Bitmoji. So the next thing, of course, is we want to decorate. And this is where you can spend, quite frankly, way too much time because it is so much fun to decorate, okay? And there's so many resources out available. So let me share again with you some of the key resources I found. All of these are available, plus lots more, again, on the handout that you'll find at the TCEA membership booth. This is from a slide deck that our PD director, Dr. Bruce Ellis, created. It's called Classroom Assets. And it is just a variety of different pieces that might fit somehow in your classroom. Each one of them are individual, okay? So if I wanted to use this clock, for example, I could simply click on it, copy and paste it, and put it into my own background, into my own Bitmoji room, okay? Bruce has found a ton of things. They're really cute. They're really different. I think it's a great resource. Another resource for you is this one, ly.tca.org/classroom catalog. There are 120 slides of different decorating pieces. And you can see the table of contents there. They do have some backgrounds. They have rugs, they have plants, they have classroom items, they have read aloud books with links to them, which is great. They have pets and animals because digital pets are a big thing these days in the Bitmoji world. And they also have some pre-made themed classrooms available. I will warn you, there are 120 slides in this slide deck, so it is huge. So when you make your copy of it, It may take a few minutes to download. Just be patient. You don't want to end up with like 15 of these because you keep hitting make a copy. Another resource, this is for librarians or sometimes for elementary teachers, but it all deals with books, okay? And I picked one that I really liked here. These again are also already made for you. You can add things to it, but you cannot delete things from it. This one also is huge. It's got 124 different slides, so give it some time to open up. It's got some really nice collections on maybe you're doing African American History Month, or you're doing some Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Month, or you're studying some book series. A lot of these are already done for you, and they're just easy peasy to grab and go with. We also want to talk about some theme rooms because there are times it's fun. I will admit to you that not too long ago, I spent many hours creating my own Valentine room for my Bitmoji to be going in here for the upcoming Valentine Day holiday. So theme rooms, again, all of these are listed plus many more on the handout, but this is a Harry Potter grouping of slides that has tons of accessories if you want to create a Harry Potter themed room. So lots of different pieces. Again, you would pick your own background for this and then add in which of the pieces you like. Another example, this is a US history themed room, just to get some ideas. And sometimes you may not really want the pieces from there, but you just want the ideas of doing it, okay? So lots of things here. Again, you can take all of these and just scoop them up and then remove them from there as well. Finally, a couple extra resources to help you in creating and designing the best Bitmoji in the best Bitmoji space. Again, the handout has lots of different resources. Hundreds and hundreds of resources are included in here, and you can get that in the TCEA membership booth, okay, digitally available to you, so be sure you grab that before you go. Bitmoji has added a new friends Bitmoji so that now it's not just your Bitmoji living in the world, but you can invite your friends in and their avatars, okay? Keep in mind, in order to access this, you can only access it through the cell phone Bitmoji app. You cannot access it through the Chrome extension. Irritating, I know, but that's the way it is. So you go into the Bitmoji app on your phone, open it up. At the top, it will say turn on Friendmoji, and you click on it. It will ask you permission to find all of your friends in your contacts. You can say yes, okay? And then it's going to go out and look at all of your friends, try and match up their names with people who also have Bitmoji accounts, and it will pull in their Bitmojis into your phone. It will also ask you if you want to enter your phone number in case other friends want to search for you that way. That one's kind of up to you whether you want to do that or not, but you definitely do want to give it permission to look in your contacts. Once you do that, then you're going to have all of your friends there, and you can simply click and add them to a Bitmoji. Now, obviously, you have to get it into your computer then, so you've got to either email it to yourself, or you've got to use it in a text message and copy and paste it. Somehow you've got to get it into your computer. But it's really, really a fun thing to do. Also, TCEA has a number of blogs on Bitmoji, so there's a link there to that, blog.tcea.org. And if you look up the tag of Bitmoji, by the way, an easy search for anything in the TCEA blog, go into your Google search and do TCEA blog and the topic. So TCEA blog Patty, TCEA blog Google, TCEA blog Bitmoji, it'll find all of those. And I'll also mention that there are lots of advanced features and things you can do to make your Bitmoji more interactive and to make it a more useful tool for learning in the classroom. We have an online course that teaches you all of that. The course has been very popular with educators. It is only $29. You get 12 hours of CPE credit for completing it. You also get a digital badge and an online certificate that we send to you. All of that, plus all the knowledge that you get with lots of hands-on practice and lots of resources. Finally, the TCEA membership booth during convention each day has a number of different and unique graphics that you can add to your virtual rooms. Each day there are new ones that are going to be released, so you definitely want to stop by. Some of them are TCEA themed, like our fabulous TCEA Lego robotics guy. Some of them are just Interesting things that you may not find anywhere else, like a 3D printer to put into your virtual room. So you need to be sure and stop by there each day to grab those and have access. I hope this has helped you have a great time and know more about how to bling out everything that's in your Bitmoji world, and have a great rest of your day.